YouTube fam, so today I am here to bring you guys a cream contour and highlight tutorial, and I am going to use my new NYX palette here. So I haven't tried this yet, just opening it now. Normally what I do use is, if I'm doing any type of cream contour, you can use the LA Girl Pro Conceals, or you can use the NYX Wonderstick. So I really like this one just because it comes in a little stick here. You don't need like a whole bunch of them. It's just, you know, everything you need in one little stick. Excuse the shadows. So what we have here is one side is the highlight, and that's that creamier shade there. The other side is going to be the contour part, so that's that darker side there. So it's nice and easy, like especially when you're traveling, throw this in your makeup bag, nice and quick contour using this. But today I wanted to definitely try out the new NYX palette. They do have a couple different shades for this little contour palette. This one is the medium one, and I hope this is the right shade for me. So let's go ahead and open it up here. So this is what it looks like here. So in this you have your contour shade, your highlighting shade, or I'm sorry, your shimmery highlighting shade, and your regular highlight. So you have those three things to use here, and we will try out all three. So as you can see, I'm just opening it now. I already have my foundation on. I like to use cream contours just because, you know, I still put powder over it but to set it, but I feel like it sticks to the skin a lot better than just putting powder on my face. I don't like my face to look cakey or anything like that. That's why I'd rather use, you know, liquid foundations. I hate when you're trying to say something and it doesn't come out right, but it's like in your brain. You want to say it, but you can't. So let's get started here. So first off, we're going to take the highlighting shade. You're going to want to do the under eyes with this everywhere you want to kind of pop more. If you have a big forehead, make sure you don't put as much there because you don't want your forehead to stand out anymore, or your five head, excuse me, or your five head, you don't want it to stand out anymore. So you only want to put a little bit up there, and I will show you guys that. So let's start out with this. So the brush I am going to use to put on the highlight shade is going to be this Morphe, let's take this out of my hand, this Morphe M173 brush. So it has this little tip here. Remember I told you guys I was so excited to use this when I first got it in. So I'm going to go ahead and use this to apply it. So like I said, I already have my foundation on, my eyebrows obviously too. So we're going to take this kind of cream shade here, and we're going to put it in all those places that we usually place the concealer to highlight. So you might need a lot. Ouch. Ow. We are actually going to, I feel like we need something a little more dense. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques blender here, and I'm going to go ahead and take that shade because the brush wasn't doing it as well for me. So it is damp, so I'm going to take some of that product right where you normally put the concealer. Put some up here. Like I said, if you got a 5 head, you don't want to put it up too high. So let's not do that. We're still using that same color. And let's put a little bit more here. And then you're also going to put a little bit on the chin and right in the middle of the Cupid's bow. So you guys can probably see that a lot better on camera than I can see it. But yes, just the normal places you guys see me do my concealer. Normally you can put this on with a brush. I don't really have a brush I can do that with right now, so I'm just using this. Okay. And then after that, we are going to do the contour shade, the darker shade. So we're gonna go ahead and take a brush here. This is the Morphe M208 brush, and we're gonna dip right into that. Usually with contouring, you're gonna make sure that you start at the top of your ear and go down. You don't wanna go all the way down to your lips. You just wanna go kind of halfway there, a little more than halfway. So you wanna take your brush, put it right over your ear, and that's where the line should be for your contour. So we're gonna just start dragging it down here. So like I said, you don't want to take it down too far. Don't worry about blending it out right now. We're just trying to make those fierce lines there. We're also going to do the forehead there. So if you have a bigger forehead, you're going to want to bring it down a little further, just because that makes it seem like your hairline's down a little bit further. So it makes your forehead not appear so large, if I may say. So go ahead and you're going to kind of put it where the temples are. Why does it look like I'm smearing like poop all over my face? Ew. So on your temples. And then I don't have quite a large forehead, so I'm just going to put a small bit right there. And I usually bring it down a little bit to meet that side there, to meet that cheekbone. There. You also put some under the jawline to make it seem very slim. If you got a double chin, then make sure you do this, because this will help ya. I know, just from experience. Oh, my nose. Don't you hate when your nose itches when you're doing makeup and then it screws it up? We're also going to do the sides of the nose. So I don't normally contour my nose. Usually, like you guys that have seen my past videos, I bring the concealer over a little further, and that kind of makes it look more natural. This is if you're trying to make your nose look skinnier, thinner, whatever, you can do this, but I will do it just to show you guys today. So you just bring this dark shade down the sides of your nose and kind of make it a point, like a triangle at the bottom. Where else do we need to put this? I think that is it. Also, I was going to tell you guys, when I'm putting on my highlight shade, I bring it up a little bit just to make sort of a lifting effect. So, yeah. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and blend it out. So you can blend it out either using a brush or a little blender. I have a little blender that I use for this, so I'm just going to go start doing that. So you're just pushing this into the skin and just blending it so it looks like a natural kind of shadow in those places. This is damp too. Bringing that down, kind of balancing out the whole face here. Don't forget under here, because one day I did and that did not look cute. Why do people not tell you? Like, I would tell you if you had something going on with your face that was ugly. Disappear, double chin, disappear. Yep, just keep blending and blending until your arm feels like it's gonna fall off. That's when you know you did a good job. I may need to clean that up in the center a little bit, because I think I put a little too much on the forehead. And we will clean up this contour a little bit more with some of that highlight shade again. do the nose. I'm actually going to use something smaller to do the nose because you do not want to move that any further down the nose. I don't want to bring it into that highlight shade. So you can kind of bring it up to your eyebrows just a little bit to kind of make that nose appear even thinner. This is my Royal Langnickel Line and Smudge brush, but I'm using this for my nose contour just to blend it out a little bit. So it looks pretty good on my end. I don't know about your guys's. The camera looks a lot different most times than what I see. Okay, so now we're gonna add a little bit more of that lighter shade to kind of fix this up a little bit more. Like I said, we're just kind of cleaning up this contour a bit. We're also gonna go with that. We're also gonna go with this lighter shade, go down the bridge of the nose. Just so, because you don't want dark down the middle. And put some more back on the middle of the head. And we're also going to go right under that contour there to help clean it up a little bit. If you have a rounder face, you're going to want to go lower with the contour where I'm putting this. I do have a rounder face, but I always do my contour like this and it looks fine. But you guys can try it out too, but you can go further down with your contour because you're going to want to, basically the things you want to disappear, you're putting the contour at. The things you want to pop out, you're putting the white at. This will sharpen up that contour a little bit more. So then we're going to grab the Beauty Blender, get a little bit more there. And if you want to, you can kind of twist your Beauty Blender so that it's not such a harsh line. Just kind of blend it out. And then we're also put some more on the forehead, so we're going to want to do blend that in, go down the bridge, Cupid's bow. Tap it out one more time. Okay. They also have a highlight shade in here, so I'm going to use that too, just in our normal highlighted areas. I'm actually going to use my finger for this one. Since it is a cream, I'm going to go ahead and just press it into those areas. So it's actually the shade right in the middle. So we're going to take some of that, and we're going to go ahead and put it right on the high points of the cheek here. I don't really, oh, you can kind of see it. It said it's supposed to just be more shimmery. Oh, on my finger it looks really good. Yeah, that's giving me a little glow. I see you, Nyx. Take that down the bridge. Tip of the nose. Ooh, Nyx. Look at that though. Oh my goodness. Put a little above the brow. Right on the middle of the Cupid's bow. And now we need to set. Wow. Okay. I'll see you next. Okay. So now we're going to need to set everything. So first off, let's set this concealer. So we're going to use my NYX finishing powder. This is the banana powder. I'm going to take my Sigma Tapered Highlighted F35 brush and go ahead and set that. Don't forget down here. I'm not going to bake today, but if you guys want to see my baking routine, then go ahead and hit me up and I'll put one up for you. Now we're going to go ahead and set the contour shade with some bronzer. We're going to be using the MAC Give Me Sun. We're going to be using my Morphe M527 to go ahead and bronze up the face. So everywhere we put that, the darker shade, we're just going to put some powder over it to set it, some bronzer. Don't forget under the chin. I'm going to use this fan brush too to go over my, what I did on my nose there, to set that. Dang, I just can't believe that highlight. And since we can never have enough highlight, I'm going to go ahead and use some Smashbox primer water, and I'm going to spray my A23 Anastasia highlighting brush. And that'll make that highlighter really bang. Using my So Hollywood, I'm going to go over this NYX highlight. Can never have enough highlight. I swear, highlight is like sunshine on a rainy day. Literally, your face shines. What I did learn from Nicole Guerrero from her last video, she was giving some tips on some highlighting. So basically, when you're starting at the top, you're going to use the flat, just use your brush flat right here, and when you get towards the bottom, start turning it upwards, so you're just using the tip, the pointed part of the brush. The reason being, you don't want your highlight, I mean you can if you want, you don't want your highlight to be just like a straight thick line. It's nicer when it goes thick to thin, just like we did with the contour. So we're just putting that over all the places we put the NYX highlight. Down the bridge. Cupid's bow. Little on the chin, why not? Glow from every angle. Alright. Last thing here is we're just going to mesh everything together. This is my Royal Langnickel stippler brush. So I'm just kind of blending everything out one last time. And then we will use the NYX primer water and set everything so that it's stuck on our face. Alright, so there we go. That is it. This is how I usually do my cream contour. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and let me know if you have any questions. Follow me on all my social medias. If you like, I'll have them listed down below as well. I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. What else can I do with my hands?
This whiskey got me feeling pretty. So pardon if I'm impolite. I just really need yours with me.